Sure, here's a 5,000-word YouTube script for your channel kindness stories, starting with a warm channel intro and flowing into an emotional and inspiring narrative. The story features a powerful act of kindness and transformation without using any brackets or title format. It's a fully developed script and ready to be narrated. ***, welcome to Kindness Stories, the place where real emotions meet real people and where small acts of goodness light up even the darkest moments. Here, every story brings a new reminder that compassion still lives among us and that kindness, no matter how small, can change a life forever. So sit back, relax, and let your heart open to the story we share with you today. Maya always believed in kindness, but the world didn't always return the favor. She had grown up in a small town where everyone knew everyone, where news traveled faster than light, and where differences were noticed more than similarities. Maya was quiet, always the last to speak in a group, and she walked with a slight limp from a childhood injury. That limp was all the reason some kids needed to pick on her. From her early school days, Maya felt like she was walking through a storm without an umbrella, while other children laughed in playgrounds and ran freely across grassy fields. She often sat on the sidelines, her legs to weaken and her heart too timid to join. Still, she never lost the spark in her eyes. She would smile at anyone who passed, even if they looked through her as if she were invisible. That smile was her armor. One boy, in particular, made school unbearable. His name was Derek, tall, loud, and always surrounded by a group of kids who laughed at his every joke even when the jokes were cruel. Derek was the kind of person who thrived on attention, even if it meant hurting others to get it. He singled Maya out from the first day of middle school. Hey, limp girl, you racing us to class today, or should we carry you? Derek shouted one morning in front of the whole hallway. Maya didn't respond. She just lowered her eyes and moved past him. But the laughter that followed chased her all the way to her seat. This kind of torment went on for years. Maya endured it, not because she was weak, but because deep down, she believed that one day, somehow, things would change. Her mother had told her once, "You can't control how others act, but you can control how you respond." And Maya always chose kindness. One snowy winter morning, everything began to shift. The school bus had skidded off a slippery road, and the students had to walk half a mile in the snow to get to the school. Maya struggled with each step, the snow making her limp more pronounced, more painful. Derek and his group were walking ahead, throwing snowballs and laughing, oblivious to the struggle behind them. But then something strange happened. As Maya slipped on a patch of ice and landed hard, Derek turned back. For a moment, their eyes met. Her face was pale from the cold, and tears pricked her eyes, not from the pain in her knee, but from sheer frustration. He hesitated. For the first time, Derek didn't laugh. Instead, he walked over. His friend stopped laughing and stared, confused. You okay? He asked, his voice quieter than she'd ever heard. Maya was too shocked to answer. Derek knelt down, brushed the snow off her coat, and offered his hand. She took it, cautiously. He helped her up and silently walked beside her the rest of the way to school. He didn't explain his actions. He didn't speak another word. That one moment planted a seed. It wasn't forgiveness, not yet, but it was something. Over the next few weeks, Derek didn't tease Maya. He didn't laugh when others did. In fact, he often told them to stop. Something had changed in him, though he never spoke about it. Maya was still wary, but she noticed the difference. Others did. One afternoon, after school, Maya saw Derek sitting alone on a bench, his head buried in his hands. The winter air was biting, and most students had gone home. She could have walked past. Most would have, but something told her not to. She walked over, quietly, and sat down beside him. Rough day, she asked. He looked up, eyes red. Yeah, you could say that. They sat in silence for a while. Then he spoke. My dad left last night. Said he's not coming back. I don't even know what to tell my little brother. He still thinks Dad's just away for work. Maya didn't say anything. She just listened. And in that moment, her years of pain faded just enough for her to feel empathy instead of anger. She realized that Derek's cruelty may have come from a place of pain, not power. I'm sorry. She finally said. That's really hard. He nodded. Thanks, and I know I was awful to you. I was angry at the world, and you didn't deserve any of it. Asterisk Maya looked at him for a long time before replying. Asterisk I don't forgive you yet, but I'm glad you're trying. Asterisk that honesty mattered. It was not an immediate friendship, but it was a beginning. Asterisk as the months passed, Derek changed, truly changed. He stopped hanging around those who encouraged his worst behavior. He joined the school's volunteer club, started tutoring younger students, and even stood up for other kids who were bullied. Asterisk one day, during an assembly, Maya was asked to speak. It was part of a kindness campaign the school had started. Maya hesitated at first. Public speaking wasn't her strength, but she agreed. Asterisk when she walked up to the microphone, the auditorium quieted. Asterisk hi, she began, her voice soft but steady. Most of you know me. You've probably seen me sitting alone, walking differently, not saying much. Some of you have laughed at me, ignored me, or looked the other way when others were cruel. Asterisk she paused. Her eyes scanned the crowd. Asterisk but I want to tell you something. Kindness isn't about grand gestures. It's not about being perfect or always doing the right thing. It's about trying. It's about pausing before you hurt someone. It's about being willing to change, even if you've made mistakes. Asterisk she looked directly at Derek. Asterisk we all carry something, pain, fear, insecurity, and sometimes we hurt others because we don't know how to deal with our own hurt. But that doesn't have to define us. Asterisk the audience was silent. Some students looked down, others wiped their eyes. Maya's voice trembled at the end, but she finished with strength. Asterisk be the person who chooses kindness even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Asterisk the crowd erupted into applause. Maya smiled, not because she felt proud, but because she felt heard for the first time. Asterisk after that speech, things at school shifted. More students began reaching out to others they had once ignored. The kindness campaign grew. Stories were shared, apologies made, friendships formed in unexpected places. Asterisk years later, Maya and Derek both returned to that school as guest speakers for a graduation ceremony. Derek had gone on to become a youth counselor, dedicating his life to helping troubled kids. Maya had become a writer and advocate for inclusion in schools. They told their story together, not as enemies turned friends, but as people who had chosen to understand each other when it mattered most. Asterisk after the ceremony, a young girl with braces and shy eyes approached Maya. Asterisk you were me, were you? She whispered. You were the one who felt invisible. Asterisk Maya knelt down, took the girl's hand, and said, Asterisk I was. But I promise you, being kind even when no one else is makes you stronger than you'll ever know. Asterisk and that's the story, a story not of revenge, but of redemption, not of bitterness, but of bravery. Because when someone chooses kindness, in the face of cruelty, they don't just change their own path, they create ripples that touch the lives of everyone around them. Asterisk thank you for joining us on Kindness Stories. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who might need a reminder that they matter. Don't forget to subscribe and come back for more stories that prove kindness is never wasted. Asterisk until next time, stay kind, stay strong, and remember, even the smallest light can shine in the darkest places. Asterisk.